Hey there! I have some good and bad news. The bad news is that the Bible does not promise that we as Christians will have an easy life. But the good news is that with God, you can weather the storm. So if you're interested in finding out more, stay tuned. Guys, if this is your first time here, I just want to welcome you to the HomeGrown Ministries YouTube channel. My name's DJ, and on this channel I strive to provide wisdom and encouragement to strengthen your walk of faith. So if you like what you see here, please subscribe down below so you don't miss any content in the future. One of my favorite things about the Bible and about the Word of God in its entirety is that it's always truthful and it's always honest. It doesn't polish anything, and it doesn't sugarcoat anything. Your whole life, things are pitched to you. Things that are bad are pitched in a positive light. But the Bible refuses to do that. The Bible shows us what life really is, and then it shows us how God can help us through those things. You see, this world is full of pain and suffering, and I'm sure at this point in your life, you've experienced it. And unfortunately, you're going to continue to experience it. I'm going to continue to experience it. It's part of being human. We will all experience pain and suffering in some fashion in our lives. Christians are not exempt from this by any means whatsoever. The good news, though, is that we as Christians know that God will give us the strength to get through anything that comes our way. He is the hope that we live in each and every day. Jesus ends the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew 7, verses 24 through 27 by saying, "Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on rock. The rains came down, and the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rains came down, the streams rose, the wind blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash." You see, the important thing to note here is that in this passage we see the rains coming down on both houses, the wise man and the foolish man, the Christian and the non-Christian, the one who has his hope in God and the one who doesn't. The rains hit both houses. The difference here is, where is your foundation? Is your foundation in the God who saves, or is your foundation in the world that crumbles and leads to death? If your foundation is in God, no matter what comes your way, no matter how hard your life is, no matter what situation arises, you have the hope that God will give you the strength to see you through it, because your foundation is solid and it is in Him and Him alone. And no matter how big your problem is, God is greater. God is greater than any problem you face, any tribulation you encounter, any pain you're feeling. God is greater. The thing that really encourages me every day is knowing that our God is a God who keeps His promises, and He promised to help you weather the storms of life. So trust in His promise. He will not fail you. Guys, that's your encouraging word for the day. If you have something that's on your mind that you want me to pray for you about, please leave a comment below. I'd be happy to take some time out of my day to pray for you. And please just continue to be the salt of the earth, the light to this world. Go encourage somebody else today, because the world desperately needs it. And last but certainly not least, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.